I have to email you and Chip, but yes to the name.
Yeah. No, he just wanted a jacket.
Okay.
Oh, she's in her element.
I
Where you want
know.
me?
Come on down. I want you right there, please.
Big.
We're gonna get a picture.
I'm big.
Let's start this.
Wait.
Chicago's.
Hey.
Can I? All right.
Wait, what just started?
Chicago's Hit Country,
Uh-oh.
the new big 95.5.
Hello, this is 95.5. This is Steven Tyler, and you're listening to Alabama.
You know, now I'm going to play that every day on my show, and my boss is going to yell at me for that. He's going to be like, stop playing Steven Tyler.
Now they're going to ask me in the other room on the way out to do that very thing.
I know.
I feel like Seinfeld.
Hey, welcome to country.
Well, thank you.
Who was the biggest, or no, who was the first country artist that called you when the news came out that you were going to do a country album?
Wow. Brett, possibly. Brett James.
Yeah.
A dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
Songwriter guy, but you mean
Well,
one of those?
anybody.
What's his name?
Did your
in
phone
Maui?
just blow up?
Huh? Oh yeah, Kenny.
Oh, that guy.
I've
No
been
big
talking to
deal.
him about it forever. we're dear friends. He comes to Maui all the time, and we. I get pseudo drunk. He gets drunk
Yeah.
at Shep Gordon's. So, but you know, it's Maui. Gotta do something wrong there.
Yeah. Well, no, now you're in Nashville, too.
I am. I moved there last January and got a house. I'm living in Belmead, and it's a very magical town. I was going to say in the other room, but I didn't tell you. Do you know
Yeah.
that the main road going into Nashville is Route 440?
Okay.
And when you tune a piano, guys, musicians here, what do you tune A? What's A is 440.
Yeah.
440 cycles. So it's a musical town.
It's a sign.
It's something else.
Yeah.
It's really there's so many songwriters, so many great people that take the art of crafting a song so seriously
Yeah.
that you walk in with an idea and you walk out with a song.
Well,
every time.
like watching you, a lot of people don't realize what a great musician you are because you play piano and you play so many instruments. And I feel that's why I asked you in the other room too. I was like, does it feel like you just moved to musical heaven?
Exactly. Because, I'm from the Bronx and New York City, so there was Greenwich Village.
Yeah.
And Bob Dylan in the 60s, 61, 62, and the Village Fugs and all these great bands. So I grew up in that Mecca type of thing. And then San Francisco and L.A., and I've seen it before, but never have I lived in one like this.
Do you feel like the way like I hear you talk about this album and the music that you're playing, do you feel like you're actually getting to get down to like who you really are and show like the Steven Tyler to the world, or just like?
Well, I mean, I think I've dumped all that into Aerosmith over the last 40 years because, it's not like Aerosmith is pure rock and roll. We started off, we had Train Kept a Rollin', into Dream On, into Young Lust, into Janie's Got a Gun, into so it's the diversity is what I think kept Aerosmith's heads afloat.
Yeah.
But this is a tip of the hat to the music I listened to, the very first music when the Everly Brothers came out. I was listening to that up in the woods of New England, which is, if it's not country, I don't know what is. I had one person within a mile of my house. I used to trudge, 10 miles in the snow for sex and cigarettes.
Up
If
a
that's
hill
not
both ways.
Country, I don't know what is. But
You had a pet raccoon too, right?
Pet raccoon, a guy across the street trapped for a living, and then I did. And so Pet Raccoon was actually in Yonkers. We moved from the Bronx to Yonkers.
Gotcha.
I